Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. This video is going to be on a very sensitive topic, which is mental health. This topic we generally ignore, we generally don't talk about, but it is extremely important to talk about this because a lot of us go through this phase, especially during research, and a research scholar should be aware about it. Especially if you are someone who is doing research, you might already know that how stressful a research life is. And those who have not been into research, I'm not here to scare you about it. Just I'm here to talk about it so that you accept it, that this is something to be there. Okay, this is something going to be there. You cannot ignore it. Most of the research scholars, like I would say 99% of us, go through this. Okay, and the reason is pretty simple. It's not it's psychological actually. Let me tell you how. Because when you are in your masters, whatever you are suffering is a collective suffering. For example, if let's say in your institute there is some subject which is not taught properly, so all of the students, let's say if the batch of masters or batch of MSc is, let's say, of 50 students, so all these 50 students are going to go through the same class, and they all did not have, or all of them will not be having the access to a good lecture. So it's a collective suffering. All of you are suffering the same thing. Or let's say if your labs are not good, practicals are not being done, same thing is a collective suffering. Every one of you are going through the same thing. But in research, whatever you are going through, if your results are not coming up, your experiments are not working, or anything, it could be personal or professional, anything which you are going through is your individual suffering. It could happen that the person sitting next to you in the same lab on the same bench might not have any problem with his research right now in that moment, but you are going through that particular problem. Your research or your experiments are not working, and you are not able to understand. You don't have any clue why is it not working, and that becomes an individual suffering. And this gives it isolates you, and it gives you kind of, it disturbs your mental peace, it disturbs your mental health. It Many students go in depression because of that. They become anxious about it, and this is very common. That's what I want to tell you. Let's talk about the reasons why you could have a disturbed mental health. Now there could be thousands of reasons. Okay, it is very subjective thing, individual thing. As I said, it's an individual suffering, so person to person this actually is different. It could be your personal thing, professional thing, or family related thing, or anything like that. Okay, so it is very difficult to summarize, or it is very difficult to collectively talk about certain reasons because of what your mental health is going to get affected. But we can definitely talk about that, what are symptoms, or what are the ways how you can understand that whether your mental health is affected or not. So one of the symptom is that you will start getting irritated very easily. So in usually you are not like that type of person who get irritated that easily, but nowadays you are getting irritated easily. So understand that now you are not in a proper mental health situation. Second thing is, it could be another way that you have become very calm, you have become very quiet. You are not quiet as a person, but now you have become very quiet because of the situations around you. It could also happen that you have started losing your confidence. You are a very confident person in general, but now you don't have confidence to talk in front of people. You don't have confidence to talk to your professor, to the lab mates. You are keeping things to yourself. You are becoming more quiet person. You're losing your confidence. That is something very alarming, and you should understand that now is the time when you should act upon it. This was the core motive of making this video. I wanted to talk the reasons or the ways how you can come out of it, because I wanted to keep this video in a constructive way, just to know, or just to tell you that what are the things that you can do to come out of it. Okay, some few of the things I also applied during my PhD, because as I said, there was a period, or there was a time of my PhD when my experiments were not working, and I was going through some personal issues, and that time I was also depressed. But these were certain things which helped me, and that's what I'm sharing with you. If you guys have any other ideas, or any other exercise to do to come out of it, or you have applied it in your own life, in your own career, then please do let us know in the comments, because a lot of people are reading and watching these videos, and they might get inspired. It might help someone, right? So one of the thing which I was told by my friend, actually I would like to acknowledge that, and that has helped a lot. That was to work upon your hobby. Now, keeping a hobby, we generally like, especially people from STEM, like from science and technology background, we generally don't have a lot of hobbies. We generally like stick to our research, we stick to science, we stick to our studies, and we are more type of nerd kind of people who are very into their own research, or they're in their own work, and they don't consider having additional hobby. I was also someone like that, but I like discovered that I like going into wild. I like taking pictures of birds and animals, and this was the time in my PhD when I discovered it, and it helped me a lot. That was something which I am carrying from that time till now, and I love taking photos. I have improved taking photos, and I love spending time with animals, with birds. So that has been something which has given a lot of confidence to me, that has given a lot of peace to my mind, and that has helped a lot during my period when I was in kind of depressed state of my career. There are other things also which you can do, like if you are also having a hobby, it should not be like photography or something. It depends upon you. Whatever hobby you have, if you don't have a hobby, try to find something side thing which you do apart from lab. It should not be related to studies or lab or research or anything. It should be something sideways which is entirely different but creative. Always remember that creative mind gives a lot of peace, and it is inside every one of us. Okay, we all have some creative side of ours. Sometimes we don't know about it, sometimes we discover late from our side. So I would highly encourage to have a side hobby or a hobby along with your research, and try to give time to that. Okay, try to give time to your hobby a little bit. Just take out a little bit of time, and that will give you a very fresh perspective in your research. When you will come back to your lab, you will be having a very fresh mind to work upon your research, and this has helped me, and probably it will help you as well. The second thing is to take out time for yourself. Now, this is something which is exercised very majorly in Western countries. There we call it work-life balance. In India, we generally don't pay much attention to it, but it is very important to have a work-life balance. In case if your lab does not allow you, or if your supervisor does not allow that, try to figure out some way. Okay, either your weekends or something, that time should be yours. No friends involved, nobody involved. You have to give that time to yourself. Sit somewhere, talk to yourself, spend some time with yourself. Okay, that will give a lot of perspective about yourself. It is going to give you a lot of peace. It has helped me also, spending time with myself, giving time to myself. You can do something related to yourself, and it is the same time where you can also explore your hobby. But this giving time to yourself is going to be very important for you, and I always recommend everyone who is in research to exercise this thing. Okay, to practice this thing, giving time to yourself. Third thing is of course giving time to your friends and family. Detaching yourself from friends and family, and just focusing on research or just exposing yourself to science is not going to work. It's just going to overburn your brain, and once your brain is overburned, you won't be having new ideas, you won't be having creative thoughts, and that is going to reflect in your results, that is going to reflect in your like work as well. So try to avoid that. Give time to your family, talk to them. At least if you are away from your family, if you are in hostel or living away from your family, talk to them. At least daily one call you should make to your parents, to your siblings. Talk to them. The family cares about you very differently than your lab mates or your professor is going to be. So that thing, when you will spend or when you will talk to your family, that is going to give you a different type of dopamine which you will not get by doing research or any other thing. So detaching yourself with friends and family is never going to be helpful for your research. So it is highly recommended that please spend your time with friends and family. Okay, the next thing that you can do is meditation. Now I'm not telling you to do yoga or something. Okay, meditation could be very simple. Just close your eyes and just focus on your breathe. Okay, when you are breathing, taking just exhaling and inhaling air through your nose, just close your eyes and focus on that rhythm. That itself is a kind of meditation. When I'm telling you all this, maybe you are thinking that it's very dramatic to talk about like just focusing on your breathe, but trust me, it will help a lot. Okay, and the last and most important thing is to talk about things. whatever you are going through, if your lab is not good, if your research work is not going well, if you are under a toxic working environment, talk about that to people. Okay, talk about that to your friends, talk about that to your colleague if that is possible. If you do not have any friends to talk about it, or if you do not have anybody to talk about it, you can talk to me. Okay, I am opening this portal for you. I am available on my Instagram, on my LinkedIn. The links are there in the description. You can talk to me, and the things will be between us. Okay, don't worry about that. In case if you want to share something, I will try to help you out in any other way. But it is very important to talk. You should have at least one person to talk your heart out, to talk about things that you are going through, because there are a lot of cases, or there are a lot of like times when we don't even have anybody to talk about things we are going through, and that is sad, and it actually is overburdening, and it's not good for your mental health. Okay, so talk about your things that you're going through. And the last and the most harsh thing which you can do is, if you are in an environment which you think, if you have applied all the previous things which I have mentioned, and still be like applying all that thing is not helping up, you are still in a very disturbed state in your research, and you think that the research environment, or the lab itself, or the working environment is affecting you as a person. I'm saying this with a lot of responsibility here, but you should quit your research. Okay, nothing is more important than you yourself, your mental health. Instead of losing yourself during working in a toxic environment, or working in a toxic lab, and suffering within yourself, and that is actually going to change you as a person, which is not good for you in your, like, for your life as it is. So if you think that things are not working up, you are not being able to come up out of that situation, and the situation is getting worse day by day, it's good to switch, or to leave that place. Okay, or to quit research. There are different things you can do. Okay, we always have that thought that if I quit this thing, I do not have any other option. But remember, there is always a option for anything. Okay, whatever you are doing, there is always an option. And if you will leave that lab, probably some other will come and take your place. But your mental health, if that get disturbed, if you get changed as a person, you cannot replace that thing. Okay, that is permanent, that is going to be permanent, and it is going to take like it is going to take away what you are as a person. This is the harsh thing, or this is the last thing which can happen. And I pray, and I wish that this does not happen to anyone. But I have seen people going through this. They keep struggling in the same environment, they keep struggling in the same thing, and they think that things will change over the period of time, but it does not change. And at the end of the day, the suffering, or the thing which they have been through, they change them as a person, and which is not good. Okay, and that should not happen to any one of you. So yeah, take a harsh decision, but before taking that decision, you should try other things. You can talk to people, you can talk to your seniors, you can talk to people who have already cleared, or already done research. Talk to them about the situations in you are, and take a decision. Okay, you can talk to me also if you want to about this. But yeah, it is very important to be healthy, mentally healthy, and not to get into the same situation for a very long time. And see, other condition can be overcome. Like if your results are not working, that is a temporary issue. uh, if you're not being able to think of something new in during your research, that is also something new. If you're not able to get a postdoc position, that is also temporary thing. But if the lab working environment is toxic, if you are going through a very toxic lab, or if you are in a very toxic environment, then that is something which is not going to change. Okay, I'll probably talk about this in a separate video, but yeah, the idea was just to talk about mental importance of mental health, and what are the things that you should do to come out of it. Again, I would ask others who have already cleared their PhD, or who are in PhD, and who have been going through certain rough time, and who have come out of it. If you have any other ideas to share, do let us know in the comments. If you are someone who is going through a rough phase of your research life, you can try these methods which I have told. You can even talk to me, or you can comment down your things if you want to share with all of us. So yeah, let's keep this like video open, and the comment section open, so that we all as a research community can talk about things all in all and can discuss about what are the things going on and what are the things that could be done to come out of a rough phase of research. So that's it from my side for this particular video. I just wanted to talk about this very ignored topic about research, and at the same time I do not want to scare the newcomers or those who are willing to join research. This is very common, and understand that this is something we all have been through and it's not permanent. Okay, it becomes scary when it becomes permanent thing, but yeah, there are solutions which we have already discussed. And that's it from my side for this video. Take care, and I wish you all the best. I wish you a very peaceful and productive research life. Take care. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.